Nothing is better than finding a great RPG to sink some time into, especially when it's on your mobile device. And that's why I wanted to put together this top 15 RPGs on mobile list for you all. But before we get into it, please leave a like, pop a sub, and comment down below some of your favorite RPGs on mobile, and I may just mention them in a future video. Alright guys, let's get right into it. I can't believe that Solvars is still a hidden gem even to this day, because this is a fantastic pixel art, portrait orientation RPG with a very beefy single player campaign and one of the most unique battle systems you will ever see, where it kind of utilizes cards in a roguelike deck builder way, but also a ton of different mechanics thrown in there. I think the approachability of this game is a little bit harder because of getting the grasp of these mechanics, but holy crap, if you just stick in there for an hour or two, you are going to have one of the best RPGs experiences you've ever had on mobile. X Asterisk has some of the highest production values I've seen on mobile when it comes to single player RPGs without having any in-app purchases to speak of, which is super special, and I really do like its turn-based battle mechanics that also have more of an active feel where you can parry and do other things to increase damage. As far as polish, you can't top this one, and it's a decently long campaign to boot, definitely worth your money. Check it out. Athenian Rhapsody is one of those games that's so strange and charming and has so much personality that you don't really know how to describe it without spoiling the experience for others. It is so cool. The battle system constantly changes into different mini games and all kinds of different RPG mechanics. I don't even know how to verbally describe it to you all, but hopefully the gameplay conveys a bit about what this game is. It is a once-in-a-lifetime RPG to try out, in my opinion. It combines a lot of elements of beloved games into a complete package that you've got to try out. Fantasian is such a good RPG that it made me mad that it's only available on Apple Arcade because it's limiting the amount of people that can get their hands on it. However, I do think it's worth a month or two of the subscription just by itself, because there's a lot of big names that worked on this. There's a great storyline, great characters, great turn-based battle system, and a ton of great bosses to encounter. I have nothing bad to say about this game. It's just a shame that it's only limited to a subscription service, but go check it out, it's worth it anyway. Stone Story RPG is yet another game that you have to truly experience for yourself to understand how special it is. It is very unique. Just from the art style itself, you can see how unique it truly is. It combines a lot of different gameplay elements that you've seen in other RPGs, such as idle gameplay, strategy, choose your own adventure type gameplay, and puts it into a package that you can't really find anywhere else. And plus, this one is a free one that you can kind of download and try for yourself. I highly suggest it, especially if you're looking for something different from what you've normally played. Dungeons of Aether has one of my favorite battle systems when it comes to dice. I feel like there's a lot of layers of strategy here, also balanced with luck. And that's what makes it so addicting to play during its decently long campaign. And a lot of people have overlooked that this does have a campaign, because it has another mode, which is a roguelike mode. So you can go through the campaign, learn its mechanics, have fun, and then once you finish it, you can keep coming back for more with its roguelike mode, a 2-for-1 that maintains quality. Coromon is still one of the best monster catching games in my opinion outside of Pokemon itself, because it does a few things differently from that franchise to carve a lane for itself, while also hearkening to what makes Pokemon so great. The creature designs are super good too, and I feel like this gameplay loop and the gameplay mechanics of Coromon lend itself great to mobile, where you can pick it up and play it for a couple minutes at a time, or absolutely binge it trying to catch a shiny of your choice. Dungeon RPG Abyssal Dystopia has a special place in my heart because I love the Atrian Odyssey series, if you guys have ever played that. And this feels a lot like that, where you develop and craft your own party of characters, you delve into dungeons, you level them up, get more gear, go back to town, then you make them stronger, and then you rinse and repeat. It's very simple, very straightforward, but very, very addicting. If you like classic dungeon crawlers or classic RPGs, you'll really love this one. Hero Emblems 1 and 2 have been mentioned on this channel many times, and for good reason, and it's because I love its match 3 puzzle gameplay mixed with RPG elements, and the characters are likable, and I love the strategy, and there's just a lot of things to enjoy. As far as single player RPGs go, this is the perfect amount of difficulty in my opinion, where you can kind of relax, but also you have to think through your moves. It's fun, it's great, they're must-buys in my opinion, I can't preach that more. Elmora Darkosin RPG is actually a labor of love by one developer for numerous years, and you can truly tell that through its gameplay. Although the visuals kind of look outdated, I find it nostalgic because it kind of reminds me of Flash games back in the day, especially because of the perspective itself. But don't be fooled, this is a very deep action RPG that can be quite difficult at times, but I think you'll enjoy it from beginning to end, just as I have. Dragon Spear EX wears its inspirations on its sleeve. This reminds me so much of Dragon's Crown, which is a fantastic beat 'em up by Vanillaware. And this one isn't as difficult as Dragon's Crown, but it layers in a ton of gear and a ton of other elements into the mix to make it feel kind of like other mobile RPGs with free-to-play mechanics, but this is completely premium. So it's a bit grindier than Dragon's Crown, but it still scratches the same itch. I love its visuals, aside from kind of the scantily clad women and kind of the sexualization of women, but if you can look past that, it's a solid gameplay experience. Exiled Kingdoms is truly retro inspired with its isometric visuals and kind of viewpoint, but it also feels kind of like Diablo, but more RPG based, if that even makes sense. It's not all about the loot grind, it's about the quests you go on, the places that you explore, and the people that you meet. It is so good, especially for free. This developer just truly does not miss, and I still think Exiled Kingdoms is their best game to date. I'm pretty sure everyone has forgotten about Teeny Titans and Teen Titans Go Figure, and that's a shame because this kind of feels like a creature collecting RPG, but you're collecting figures, and then there's a battle system which is real time where you can activate various abilities and combine figures' abilities and synergies to defeat opponents. And there's just a lot of personality and charm here, especially with its quests, a lot of humor that actually made me laugh out loud. No joke. Don't forget about these are special. Ninth Dawn 3 is so vast and has so many different gameplay mechanics, including games within games, that it just still blows me away to this day. If you enjoy The Witcher 3 or games of that ilk, this is basically The Witcher 3, but more mobile friendly and with a pixel art style and kind of a 2D mixed with 3D art style that I really enjoy. If you're looking for bang for your buck when it comes to amount of time you can play this game, this is as high as it gets, honestly. I love this game. I can't wait for a sequel. Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 are must-buys and must-plays for Star Wars fans and RPG fans alike. These are so deep, and the amount of characters that you will meet that are likable even, it just blows my mind. There is so much to do, so much replayability, so much lore to discover, and actually some great plot twists that hopefully haven't been spoiled for you if you haven't played them yet. These are just amazing. I truly can't say anything else. Alright guys, those were 15 of my favorite RPGs available on mobile to this day. Remember, these are just my opinions, and there's so many RPGs on the App Store that it's really hard to narrow it down. So if I missed some of your favorites, make sure to leave them in the comment section down below, and leave a like and pop a sub. I really, really appreciate it. I love you guys. I hope you guys are staying safe, and take it easy.